or somehow hurt Boots and stop Boots and put on a great performance, and he's able to pull this off and beat Boots on points, Puerto Rico has their next great star. I think Xander, and I like Xander a lot. I like him a lot personally. I like his movement. I like how he's carried himself, and I like him. I've seen his growth, calling his fights on ESPN. He's got a lot to like. He's got the range. He's got the height. He's tough. He got a whole country behind him, and he fully embraces trying to be the next great Puerto Rican champion.
Andre Ward is now explaining why Xander Zayas could surprise Jaron Ennis, and his opinion makes this fight seem much closer than many fans believe. He thinks Xander will create real challenges for Boots Ennis from the opening bell. Most people see Boots as the quicker, stronger, and more explosive fighter. But Ward is focusing on the finer details. Xander is young, disciplined, calm under pressure, and technically skilled enough to make Ennis earn every chance instead of giving them away. He is not saying Zayas has an easy road, but he believes his patience, control, and timing can trouble the favorite if Boots begins forcing the pace. For Xander, this fight is not just about lasting with Boots. It is about showing everyone
to cause some problems for Boots Ennis throughout this fight.
Then Roy Jones Jr. shared his thoughts on Xander Zayas, and his comments gave Xander more credit than most fans have been giving him. Roy sees Xander as a young fighter who may not have the same attention as Boots Ennis, but he has the discipline and patience to make any fight difficult. Xander does not fight recklessly. He stays relaxed, sticks to the fundamentals, and looks to control the tempo instead of rushing into unnecessary mistakes.
His way so much that I don't always see Boots, even though he does have skill defensively, he doesn't always use it. I see Boots sometimes get hit with clean flush shots, and I'll see him get hit in a fight with a repeated shot. And my boxing brain says, you took that shot against this guy. What if you get hit with that same shot against that guy? So those are my initial concerns about the fight for both.
That is why Roy believes Xander deserves respect. He knows Boots is a dangerous fighter, but he also understands that a composed boxer can become a serious problem if he stays calm under pressure. For Xander, the plan is clear. Stay focused, remain disciplined, and force Boots to earn every opportunity.
Zayas is a very good fighter, a complete fighter, a fighter who I think presents next to the most, he probably the second most difficult guy to fight in the weight class because he's rangy. He can do so many things. He can fight inside. He can fight outside. He's a great body puncher. He's a very, very respected guy, and I think he's very mature for his age. Boots, on the other hand, is looking for that coming out party type.
Meanwhile, Gabe Rosado also talked about Xander Zayas, and he gave him the type of praise that makes this matchup feel even more important. Gabe knows Boots Ennis is extremely dangerous, but he also believes Xander is not just another young fighter stepping in against a big name. Zayas is calm, disciplined, and technically polished. He does not throw many wasted punches, and he usually boxes with control instead of emotion. That becomes important against Boots because if Xander loses his composure, the fight could slip away very quickly.
He is looking for the opportunity to shine his light. And Xander is a guy, like you say, that you can't let hit you repeatedly with the same shot or you won't be around long. So Boots going to get on his game. I'm sure he's going to tighten up and get on his A game because he knows he has an A opponent. So I think the fight is perfect. I think it's the perfect time for the fight because the winner of this fight is going to be something special. A, because if Xander wins it, we get another Puerto Rico versus Mexico. And he don't live in Mexico, but Thunder is Mexican, I believe. So if he wins, that's a Puerto Rico versus Mexico.
So Gabe's message is simple. Xander has to stay smart from start to finish. He cannot allow Boots to turn the fight into complete chaos. He needs to manage the distance, stay patient, and make Ennis work hard for every opening. If he can do that, he may make this fight much closer than most people expect.
I threw on my Puerto Rico coquillo.
Okay. I should have known. Okay. Come on.
Look, man, Zayas, he's a great talent. And for him to choose this fight, he didn't have to
At all.
fight Boots. I think he's the bigger guy.
Yep.
I think people are sleeping on his boxing abilities. And I think the thing is that he hasn't boxed a big name yet where you give him credit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that, yeah.
But that style, I think can give Boots.
Then Max Kellerman gave his opinion on Xander Zayas, and his breakdown made this fight feel like a true test of timing, experience, and overall skill. Max did not completely count Xander out because he believes Zayas has the discipline, technique, and calm style that makes him fight beyond his years. He is not the kind of boxer who rushes forward and gives away easy openings. He thinks carefully inside the ring, relies on solid fundamentals, and stays under control. But Max also made it clear that facing Boots Ennis is a completely different challenge. This is no longer only about talent. It is about dealing with speed, power, angles, and non-stop pressure from a fighter who can turn one mistake into a very difficult night.
Great talent?
You know why I say great? Because he's the youngest world champion. Two-time, right? So that's a big deal. And I believe, right now, he doesn't have that one-punch knockout power like Tito Trinidad, the great Tito. But he has work ethic, and he has great stamina,
Xander Zayas also spoke for himself, and his confidence showed why he does not see the Boots Ennis fight as a bad decision. Xander understands that many people believe this is a massive step up, but he does not sound like someone who feels overwhelmed. He knows the danger ahead. He respects everything Boots brings, but he also believes he has earned this opportunity. For him, this is not about proving people wrong with words. It is about proving he belongs in the ring with the fighters everyone ranks above him. That is why his mindset stands out. Xander is not entering this fight just to survive or gain experience. He is coming to compete, stay disciplined, and show that the gap people keep talking about may not be as wide as they think.
Boots Ennis, he will, because the title's vacant at 54, Ring Magazine. The reason, everybody, I've always honored Ring Magazine.
Xander also made it clear that he believes Boots Ennis has weaknesses in his style. He is not looking at Boots as a perfect fighter who cannot be challenged. Xander feels every boxer has flaws, and if you study closely, you can find openings to take advantage of. In his eyes, Boots may be fast, powerful, and dangerous, but that does not make him unbeatable. There are moments when he can be caught, moments when he becomes too comfortable, and moments when his aggression leaves room for counterpunches.
I'm considered the best. I want to consider myself the best in the sport. I got to fight the best. I got to beat the best. And to do that is the way to do it. So, Boots Ennis is one of the biggest names in the division right now. So why not?
That is why Xander sounds so relaxed heading into this fight. He is not depending on luck to win. He believes he has noticed weaknesses in Ennis' style that he can use, and now he must prove it once the pressure is on.
He's earned everything he's gotten, so good fighter.
Not great.
No, not great.
Why not?
I mean, there's a lot of flaws in his games. There's a lot of things that...
Like what?
Not too long ago, that's when he started using the jab. Being 6'5", I would have been using my jab my whole life.
Yeah.
His boxing skills is very, very flat-footed. He likes to fight in the inside, likes to take a lot of damage. I mean, there's a lot of flaws in his games that maybe people, casual fans, don't see, but I do see.
Jaron Boots Ennis has now answered Xander Zayas after Xander questioned his resume, and his response has added even more excitement to this dangerous matchup. Xander has been challenging what Boots has really accomplished, making it seem like the hype around him is bigger than the names he has defeated. But Boots does not appear bothered by those comments. From his point of view, criticism means nothing after the opening bell. He believes Xander can talk about resumes, opponents, and experience all he wants. But once they step into the ring together, he will have to deal with the speed, power, pressure, and skill that made Boots one of the highest-rated fighters in boxing.
Flat-footed as well.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is flat-footed. I mean, he knows it.
He does?
I feel like he does. I mean,
I'm going to ask him tomorrow. He'll be here tomorrow.
Ask him.
What do you think he says when I ask him that?
He might say...
He's like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I have flat-footed.
No, I don't think so. I think he'll say, I have better footwear than he does.
Yeah.
I bet he'll say that.
You think so?
No. Yes. I think he'll say that, yes.
So what do you think? How does this play out?
I'm going to win. I'm going to win like I always do.
Are you envisioning a stoppage?
To be honest, I'm ready to go 12 rounds if I need to. I'm ready to take advantage of the opportunities. I already envision all the opportunities I can take advantage of. And I visualize them and I see them every night. As I go to sleep, every mistake that I can do, every good thing that I can do, I try to see everything. I try to, play everything out in my head. Like sometimes I wake.
Boots also talked about his training camp and how strong he feels before the fight, making his response sound even more confident. He did not seem worried about Xander's criticism at all. Instead, he explained that everything in camp has been going smoothly. His body feels powerful and his timing is improving at exactly the right time. For Boots, the discussion about resumes and weaknesses is only background noise. What truly matters is how he performs when fight night arrives. That is why his confidence feels so dangerous. He believes he is fully prepared, sharp, and ready to prove that Xander's words will mean nothing after the first punch is thrown.
That doesn't make any sense because I can say the same thing about him.
He felt that everything has been perfectly orchestrated for you and that opponents have been picked to make you good.
I'm too fast, too strong. And I think I'm really...
When Boots was asked what he really thinks about Xander Zayas, his answer was respectful but still full of confidence. He did not treat Xander like an easy opponent. Boots knows Zayas is young, motivated, and technically gifted. He understands that Xander is coming into this fight with confidence, discipline, and a genuine chance to prove himself on a much bigger stage. But at the same time, Boots made it clear that showing respect does not mean he is afraid.
I mean, like, no bad parts about camp. You know, I love camp all the way around. And my favorite part of camp is just, for real, just everything. You know, I love training. I love running. I love sparring. I love strength conditioning, whatever I gotta do, you know, to get ready for the fight. You know, I love it, you know, because this what I do. This is all I know.
I don't think I've ever spoken to a boxer that says they love every single part of camp.
Yeah.
Especially you were just telling me a minute ago that it's 3 sessions a day, every day. Surely there's got to be like the hill sprints that you absolutely hate or the ice baths or something like that you're doing.
No, I love it all. I love it all. It's a part of how you prepare for the fight. And, you know, I love every bits and pieces of, you know, getting ready for the fight, whether it's training, strength conditioning, running, ice baths, like you said, cryotherapy, compression, recovery day, like just all.
Robert Garcia also gave his thoughts on Xander Zayas against Boots Ennis, and his opinion made this matchup sound like a real challenge for both fighters. Robert understands why Boots is considered the favorite. Ennis has the speed, power, movement, and confidence that can trouble any opponent. But Robert also knows boxing is never decided by hype alone. Xander is young, disciplined, and intelligent enough to stick with a smart game plan if he stays calm under pressure. That is why Robert's opinion brings balance to the conversation. He is not saying Xander has an easy chance, but he is also not acting like he cannot win. If Zayas controls the distance, stays responsible on defense, and makes Boots miss before firing back, he could make this fight much more competitive than many people expect.
That then went and said to Eddie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Go and get me Xander.
Yes, I say I told Eddie, I said if we can't get Ortiz and we can't lock that in, I'm like, yo, go get me Xander, please. I'm like, please go get me Xander. Eddie did his thing, you know, got me what I wanted.
So, do you think Xander Zayas is actually the harder test than Virgil Ortiz?
I think he's a solid fighter. I say it's just a bigger fight because he got 2 belts. He got the WBO and the WBA. Virgil had a name. So I would say this fight is a little bit bigger because he got the 2 belts. I think he do have a little bit more tools.